My name is Laura Yardley. I'm 28 this year, so turned 28 in February. I train out of Iron Body CrossFit, and my coach is my partner, Dylan Young, and my programming is Get With The Program. Coming into quarterfinals, I'm feeling confident. I feel this is the first year that I've really got no major holes and not really being worried about what workouts are being thrown at me because I feel like I've prepared for them the best I can. You know, CrossFit, you never know, they could just bring in a new movement or maybe it's something that I'm not the best at, but I think the training that I put in, you know, will put me on the best foot forward to do really well. I would like to be in that, I think it's top 40 this year. I would like to be 30 or above, but to make it would be awesome. But I'd want to be in that original 30 block and just think if it was still 30, I would have made it.
I don't know. Obviously, like I like what I do. I like programming. I like coaching, but it's really good to sort of have, I guess, we could say like an elite athlete or someone who's really pushing the boundaries, trying to crack like that semi-finals level. I guess like the 1%er. That's really something special, I think, in the sport. And a lot of people can sort of recognise that. It's big for me too, as well, because I've always sort of thought originally when I first started, I was like, man, it'd be so good to go to like that semi-final sort of regionals level. So I think to sort of live through it through Laura is just the second best outcome, really. So yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well through this quarterfinals period and we can sort of have a big highlight to the season and just keep moving, I guess, the chess piece further down the board. But I think it's funny because I was saying to Laura, like 4 or 5 years ago, I did a team of 6 All-Stars with Emily DeRoy, and then she's made the games now. And then I've done a team of 4 with Grace Walton, and we did well there. And then, you know, potentially she could make the games this year as well. So it seems like the common denominator is that people around me succeed while I sort of stay where I am. Born to coach, not born to perform, I guess you could say.
Biggest influence? Oh, I hate to admit it, probably do. He's the coach, he programs all my workouts for me, trains with me. So I think if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be as competitive or be in the position that I was. Dylan's put a lot of work into his handstand push-ups. They've come a long way, as you can see. Yeah, he likes to throw out the big names. That's his claim to fame. Yeah, we grew up in the same place as D-Roy. And I think Dylan even they used to coach together at the same place. And then he likes to also tell people, I think, that he ran her through her first on-ramp. So introduction to CrossFit. But you'd have to check with Em and see if that's actually correct, because I don't know if it is. I probably thought maybe I have a shot at being competitive, probably actually moving over to Perth and doing more in-person competitions. Having such a competitive group of people around you, like the girls over here are so competitive, and it's just on a regular basis you get to compete with girls at that level and you get to compare yourself and where you're at in your training. So I think that's what gives you a good confidence boost. Like, I was always sporty and I always did like team sports. I grew up playing soccer, touch football, but it wasn't probably until meeting him that I was like, oh, this is awesome. And you can kind of do more with it. It's not just, you know, you come in and do a class. First quarterfinals in 2020. That was cool, yeah. I remember just doing the workouts and thinking, what are these? Because like we used to doing just like coming in and doing an hour class, and then it was that GHD one. It's like heaps of GHDs, heaps of pistols, heaps of rope climbs. And I actually got rhabdo. Like 2 days after, felt fine, but then my stomach was out here. I couldn't fit up any of my pants, so sick, because I'd never done GHDs. How many GHDs were in the quarterfinals workout? 180, and then I was just like bloated. And I was like, welcome to quarterfinals. Competitive spirit, I think growing up in a family that was always quite team sports, we've always been sporty. My brothers and I have always done sport growing up, grew up playing soccer competitively. Any sport throughout school, touch football, you name it, we were always doing it. So I think we've always had that competitive drive. We grew up probably 50 minutes outside of the city of Townsville. We grew up on a cattle property. So my parents, Monday through Friday, driving us to training, not getting home till 9 o'clock. Then weekends full of just so me and my two brothers all play different sports. So driving to all different parts of Townsville to get us to our games. I think it should come down to them and their want for us to be into sports and be healthy. And I think that's what gave us that competitive drive. And I think a lot of it would come back down to them. They were awesome growing up, yeah.
What have we got there?
My elites. So I will always wear these ones for my bar muscle ups, chest to bars. Wear the fibers for the, I even love these ones actually. They're the lights. So it's like the thinner straps. I wear these if I have like a toaster bar workout, because it's not as heavy around the wrist and I feel like they really wrap over and they're thinner. So they're not as bulky, so I love them ones. They're good. And then some fiber. We do some ring stuff. Chalky ones.
You got the entire menu on.
Entire menu. You got to have them for each movement. You know. You never know what you're going to get. If I make it this year, it'll be my first Torian. Yeah. I think it would just mean that what I'm doing. I think it would just mean that all the hard work I've put in would make it worth it. Like obviously, I do it because I love it. I do it because I'm surrounded by such a great group of people daily. Like the people we have at the gym are our mates outside of the gym. So that makes it awesome. But I think it's just, you know, thinking, wow, I'm actually good enough to make that next stage. And I'm up there with the best in the region. I think that would be awesome.